my crafty friends. Nana K here with NanaKDesigns.com and the Altered Book Nook on Etsy.com. It's the middle of the night. I'm having trouble with YouTube videos downloading. My original video for this cover is just, I've tried 3 times and I have been downloading. It's only a 45-minute video, and I have spent probably 18 hours trying to download it. We're going to keep trying, so you guys will have it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on videoing until I can get this series up and done. I really want to get busy on the Tickled Pink, and so do some of my people who have been watching me. But anyway, I did promise this, and we're going to go with it. I am going to show you how to make a hidden cover pocket here and a hidden cover pocket on the back side. And then we're going to decorate that a little bit. Again, this is raw and unrehearsed, so take me as I am is all I can tell you, and we're going to go for it. Okay, this one I'm going to have a card that pulls out this way. So this is just an exact duplicate of original inset. And I'm going to make a pocket here by just gluing the side, and it'll come out. Then we're going to decorate this. I hope. Okay, I had to look at the video, make sure you guys can see me. I'm not going to say you have to do it so thin. You do want it close to the edge, because this is an important mechanism of your book. You're solidifying that cover. You're trying to make it stronger. At the same time, you're giving it some element of interaction. And I really think that that's something we got to keep in mind, that we are doing journals, and we want our journals as interactive as possible, and we don't want them boring. The more interactive they are, the less boring they are. The more likely people are going to catch on to what we do. This is a craft, and they're going to start catching on to us doing this. What we call junk journaling or digital journaling. Well, this is not really digital journaling. Let me clarify that. Digital journaling is when you actually have a journal that is vertical. It is virtual. It is not actually a physically held journal that is held in your hand. It is done on a program inside your computer. That's what digital journaling is. When I reference digital, I'm referencing digital pages that you print and put together a physical item. So there is a difference. But okay, that has gone on. We need to let that dry. But here's our pocket now in our front cover. Okay. Well, of course, we've got to make a beautiful tag for that. But I'm going to pull my papers out here and see what I've got that I can start decorating this front with. Not sure if I have anything that I specifically love or like. And I may want to just do an insert that I add to the top of it. I don't know if I want to do anything like that. I'm not sure. It's kind of what I would say. I'm kind of walking in this blind with my eyes closed, something. I don't want a full design like that, but that's kind of pretty. And another thing, when I'm designing something like that, even though this pocket's open to the side, we're not going to be looking at a journal like this, so you don't want to decorate it. Well, this is my opinion. Now, you do it how you want. If it does look aesthetically weird to you. I want to, I've got to make sure that this isn't binding this edge. Excuse me, just a second, guys. That's something you always need to make sure is that you can close this without getting a wrinkle at the bottom. I did. Okay. But I want to put something here, but I don't want it to go this way. I want to remind myself that the person that's using this book is going to be using it this way. So we want to up and down design. I don't know if I want it to be so extremely overpowering. I've got this little flip here. That's actually a card with a writing space that we could put. Could be just in the center. Could make it another little pocket off the side with a, well, that's a good idea. We can make it a pocket with another tag in there. Let me set that aside. I might want something a little bigger. I am finally running out of cards. Oh, here's some small mini page things. Now that might work out. more on the line of what we want. It's not overpowering it. Oh, and I like the mason jars. I've always liked mason jars. I can't, but I like the peppermint frame. And I believe that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to make a pocket. And then I'm going to make an additional large tag. And then I got to make a journaling card. So the additional large tag could be another one of our rabbits. I like that. Really would like to have a deer tag. Let me see. I think I've already got a deer tag in this book. I got to look a minute, guys, and see what I've already got. See, I've already got one of him, so we don't want him again. Of course, I might swap it. I might put, nah. Well, something different on the front. But we'll find something. We'll find something that we like. Oh, you know what would be really pretty on the front? A Christmas tree tag. We haven't done a tag making it with a Christmas tree. Maybe not so much. You know what? I'm not going to do a tag on this one. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut out a pattern, this pattern, and just lay that on this. And put me something pretty along this edge. Let's see if we can decorate this up a little. Got me some washi tape. I wish I had more Christmas. I got this beautiful leaf design somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I've got that. I like this one. I like this one better. We'll save the pink for Tickled Pink. All right, we'll save that for Tickled Pink. Let's see what we get here. This is a rather refreshing little design. Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay. I'm going to put that on this edge. Yeah, I like that. Now, it started out white, but because of the bright red underneath, it's showing through my washi tape. That's okay. There. And this is always hard to me to get this cut right on the bottom, but anyway, it's close enough. Yeah, I like that, and I really think that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut this design out. I do this a lot. I will, like I've always got extra papers printed. I print a lot of extra papers, and then I just cut the graphics out the way I want them. Got a little bit of leaf showing that bottom, but it's not going to, nobody's going to notice that but me. Okay. And fussy cutting, I'll just give you a good reminder. As you see that I'm going around curves, I'm turning the paper, not the scissors. This is a technique. I can't remember who I learned it from because I've been doing this since 2018. So I have watched thousands and thousands of videos, but I learned that to fussy cut with precision as much as you possibly can, that you turn the paper and not the scissors. And that's how I fussy cut, and I can usually knock out. There's times when I'm watching TV, and I don't watch TV a lot. If I'm watching anything, I'm watching the YouTube videos most of the time. But this is what I've learned. I can really speed through an item, especially if I'm doing one like this, if the paper is turning with me, instead of me trying to manipulate the scissors this way. Now we have our design. And I'm going to put something across here. I don't know what. I don't want to find a label or something that's going to go across here if I have to design my own. But that is a simple design. Nothing fancy on the front, but it does give me a little something on top of that hidden pocket there. And then the next thing is I got to make a journaling card to go in there. we are still really just finalizing the cover and the finishing touches. This is again just more to finishing touches. This is what I do on every journal I do. Once I've got the basics down and pretty much got my construction together, I go in and re-look at the journal and make sure if there's anything extra that I want to add, that I add it on. This is my leftover stuff from the journal. This is my leftover stuff from the Timeless Christmas from Rach and Bella. So I will be using some of that stuff, just adding little bits and pieces. And remember, we got 3 books now. Remember, this is only one of the 3 that we're going to do now. So I've got to find, number 1, a card insert here. So it's going to have to be one of these larger pieces. There's your deer again. If you want to, I like the book. I like the rabbit. I love the teddy bear. Oh, the mouse is adorable. Oh, I think this is the one I might want. I haven't used Simplicity like the Reef much. So we've got the Christmas tree. So let's make our insert card into this. May not even have to cut this down much. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to put this tape on this other side. I'm just going to experiment because I can't put it there because I got some notch. I just want to put it down and see if I like it. No, I think that's getting too much. What I'll probably do with another strip of the tape is whatever I put here, which is probably going to be Happy Holidays, large. And I'll probably have to create it on my computer. I do a lot of that. And I'm going to look at this and make sure before I back it. And yes, this is going to be backed with lines, the line paper. Okay, that's what we need to trim it down a little. Not a whole lot, but a little bit up the top and bottom. Just a little bit. So it will fit nice without being, not look very crooked. How I did that, I don't know. I'm good at that. For some reason, sometimes I just go to cutting and I totally cut crooked, and I don't know if my finger slides, but we got it straight that time. I cut just a little bit more off this top. Please make sure you're straight. Okay, there you go there. And we're going to need just a sliver off each side so that it stays kind of hidden or nestled deep in. And I'm probably going to put a little tab, pull tab off the side. This is the first piece of interactive element. The customer, the person that gets this book will see. Okay, let's look at this tag. We're going to have a nice, yeah, that's going to slide in pretty now. All right, what I want now is a piece of my writing paper, but I want it in cardstock. That one's been cut up, so that one's not going to work. And if I can't find it, I'll do it in a double layer, which is not going to hurt a thing. And I don't feel like I have a piece that's already printed, and I don't want to print another piece. So I'm going to do this in 2 steps. Again, this time taking a piece of, I really don't think I really want the 110, but that's the only one I see now. I think I'm out of my 65-pound. I'm looking, guys. Look, I'm out of my 65-pound cardstock. All I've got is 110. So we're going to firm this card up a little bit by doing 2 steps. Okay, I'm going to overlay it first on the 110 cardstock, and the white on white's hard for y'all to see. Let me move the cardstock off. I'm gluing. I'm just simply gluing, that's all. I'm going to round the corners after I get it on the cardstock. And then I'm going to get all 3 pieces. There's going to be 3 pieces. The front piece that we just cut of the wreath, which is the front part of our card. There is a video on making the large tags somewhere in my playlist. It would be in, I think the Sunny Sunflower Days tutorials may have a tutorial of us doing the large cards. I think that's where it's at. I'll double check. But I do have a tutorial of doing prepping these large cards. Okay. And they really do come in handy. Okay. Get everything away from my desk. I want to be on my video. I'm trying to give me room, guys, so you can see. Of course, you know, if you work me much, I like to really smooth my sheets down because I don't like the glue to dry lumpy underneath, so this spreads my glue evenly underneath, okay? Again, to make sure it's cutting smoother than what I do with a pair of scissors, I'm going to go back to the fussy cutter. Again, if you don't have one of these, something very handy, and I've lost my blade keeps wanting to fall off this thing. I'm going to go find me a new one. I don't like how my blade keeps popping out of this. All right. When I least expected, I look and it's gone. Okay. Cross there. Get it right. Yeah. The blade's starting to cut a little rough, so I'm getting little jaggy edges, but hey, that's okay. So it's a junk journal. It's, you know, it's okay. It's quite okay. All right, we got that done. Now, next step. Let's get the back done. We want it on a writing sheet. It's going to come out like this. You want it to write, so I'm putting it up right this way. I'm about to mess up again this way. All right. So let's glue the back of the white one again. And if you don't like it now. Let me rephrase. This is just my kind of my signature look. I like lines, journey lines on my stuff. You could have left this white, or you could have took another decorated piece of any kind and put on the back of this. You could have just stained it. You could have got out stencils and stamped the stencils. You could have collaged this back. Do it any way you want. It's your journal. Do it however you want to do it. I like the lined paper on the back of all my journal cards. Just giving somebody just a little more writing spot. The front of this card is a nice size. If somebody wanted to, they could actually put a family photo of the holidays on the front of that, and then tell a little story on the back about it for a keepsake. These large journaling cards are just nice to have. Okay, so there it is, guys. There's the large journaling card. We're going to get our little punch here on the largest corner on the punch. And it's still a little wet, so it's wanting to make me use some muscles I don't always have to use. All right, and then we're going to stain it. Okay. All right, we got that done. That's out of the way. Keep these two out because I just thought they were pretty clean up my mess. Lay it aside again. All right, so that large journaling card is done other than adding our stain to the edges. So again, this journaling card, you can go get your labels and attach a label. You could actually add another pocket to the front of this large journaling card if you wanted to. You could add one of these little guys like this that's got a writing spot on that. That's, you know, there is a lot of possibilities with these larger pieces like this, just to give yourself extra interaction inside of your journals. Okay, so now I've got my staining done, and that's right, cute. That's just simple. It's just a simple little pocket. I do want to put a pull tab on it. I hope I've got some printed. Not sure. We're going to put it inside, and I want a pull tab, so let's slide it in, and I'll see where I want my tab at. Put it right there. I'm not sure in this timeless if I have a pull tab or not. Look. I do tell you what, she's got these stamps, these cute little stamps. I might do a stamp. Let me see what we got. That's a pull tab. I got this one. Yeah, I believe I could do 2 stamps and make a pull tab with them. Or I could do one like this. I cut these out really weird with these special scissors. I want to cut her head off. Guys, this is a process. I'm sorry, it's just a process. I like nativity. That's just not, it's just not quite, I think it's quite what I'm looking for. Tags down here. I might use one of these. Of course, I'm not crazy about the colors of these. I might use one of these as a pull. Eyeball here. Oh, there you go. There's a green. That green one's going to work. All right, let's put that one aside like that. That come out of Rachel Bella's Timeless Christmas. So I'm going to do my tab like that. I'm going to make it with that. I'm going to just kind of ignore this. I think what we're going to do is cut the shape off and just make it a plain square. Oh, another thing, because it's just a ribbon. Now that I've got this all whacking out, but it's okay. I'm just going to make it square. And I'm going to take it and just try to bend it. It's so tiny. Try to bend it over evenly. That's good enough right there. You know, this is just so somebody will know there's something in there. Okay, we're just going to attach that one. Easy, easy peasy. It's a little bit on this side. I want it to come together. All right, let me look at it again inside. We're going to put it about there, about middle way. I want it to stick out just a little. I don't want it sticking out a massive amount, and I don't really want to cover that candy up. So I'm going to move it down, guys. Okay. Okay. And you really could have, if I pre-planned it like I should have, I would have put the tag underneath the writing spot, but it don't matter. Okay. Just a dab on these edges. Okay. So there is your hidden pocket on your cover. Your hidden cover pocket. Oops, let it dry. And I'm really thinking it's not going down as deep as I want it, but you know, it's okay. Let's look at it from the front. Not even noticeable. But it's there when you want it. So that's done, guys. We got the hidden pocket on the front. The back side, I'm going to do a pocket down. And we're going to have a pull up that way. All right, same thing again. I'm using the same color. And I might not. You know what? I may just do it. I think I'm just going to do a decorative pocket on the back. You could do a hidden pocket. That's up to you. But I think on this one, I want to just do a hidden decorative, like an angled pocket, corner pocket, or a side pocket. That's what I want to do. I want to do a pocket like right in here. So I'm going to cut some of this design out. Okay? And that's what I'm going to do here. A side pocket. Or do I want the side pocket this way? This way. This way. We want it to pull out because the less you have going towards your spine, the easier it is going to get something out of your pocket. So let's just kind of give this a little formation. I'm not going to do a lot of intricate cutting here because, again, right, isn't it? I'm going to carry it straight across. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. Okay. Let me look at this and let's see. Now, I'm being a real finicky stickler right here. But I want that kind of straight across there. So I'm going to come back in with my knife and do just a tiny cut. Here, I'm just going to come in with my knife, line it up. Let's see what I'm doing, and I want it straight. Just me being me, okay? But now I got a nice straight edge from my pocket there. And then I'll cut a little bit more design out on this side, just to give it a different look. I don't, you know, doesn't have to be a fancy pocket. So there's my pocket. And I'm really concerned about that sticking up. So we're going to just come in and do it like that. Cut that off. Give me a little more balance on each side. Okay, grab the 110 again. The 110, I had a piece out, but it seemed to walk away. That's not bad enough. All right. Let's thicken this pocket up some. And you don't have to do another sheet. We're gonna just glue this all the way and pay real close attention to this edge because it's not nice and straight on these two corners. You do not want this to bend when somebody puts stuff in and out. So you want to really heavily glue that edge. And I think it's time to refill my little bottle. Okay. These two corners. Get your stuff back in the video so you can see it nicely. Okay, smooth it down. Try to keep my wet glue off because you can mess up something if you don't keep it dried out. Alright, so there's that pocket. Ready to go. Again, you'll get to watch me cut. Isn't that fun, watching Annika cut? Okay. Trying to stay close to the same format that I used a while ago. I'm going to stain the edges so it gives some contrast there so we know about, so you kind of know where the really good over the pocket is. I'm glad you guys are visiting me. If you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you. This is Nana Caddy. I want to welcome all the people who are watching for the first time. I hope you'll like and subscribe. Getting close to the holidays, family time is important. Make sure you try to spend as much as you can. I know work and the economy and everything in America right now. I don't know about all the rest of the world. I guess it's everywhere. People are struggling, and this is just a time to kind of relax and try to hopefully forget some of our woes. I can't say we can forget them because we can't. If you get glue sometimes, and this don't work every time, especially now that it's dry, but if you get glue and it won't roll off, sometimes you can take a pencil eraser, and I think I waited too long to do it, but you can sometimes erase that glue off. So I did that one, so not a problem. A little extra work, and I probably can get this excess glue off, but I'm going to decorate it. All right, put my pocket right here. We're going to glue it down just on these edges. Again, I'm going to put a little more because I want this to really adhere tight, because this one is your final element, interactive element that your whoever looks at your journal or whoever whoever it's purchased for, this is the last interactive piece they get to see in the end of the journal. So let's go. Put that right there. Put it out. And to keep it balanced so that both the front and back have some kind of significance of the same kind of type of pattern, we're going to put a piece of washi tape across this edge here. And we're going to put a piece at the top. So that gives you a balance. You got a piece of the washi tape here, and then a piece of it on this back side. I'm about to turn this around, guys. Or either stick my head in this video. So I like that. I like the use of that washi tape. Very pretty there. All right, so again, now we got to put something in there, and I do not think that I am going to go with an extra large tag card. I think what we're going to do there is just put some of our remaining journal cards. Our remaining journal cards in here. There's one. I had already packed up all my stuff. I don't know why. I don't like that one. Okay. I know I've got more than this, so there's another one about the same size there. And then we just need something for the center. Where are my tags? Where are my cards? Here they are. And we're going to do this little girl in the center. It says Comfort and Joy. And she is an interactive card too, herself. She opens up a little pocket there. So there's another journaling card in the center. So that's what we're going to do for the back, guys. All right, so that's a little bit more we've added to our cover and our finalization, hopefully, of our book. We still got to do something here, so I've got to find my tags. Sometimes I get mad with myself because I over clean up and I've gotten overzealous and put up my stuff, and I need it now and don't know where I laid it. It should be right here on my desk somewhere because I had a bunch that I had to cut out, but I don't see them right offhand. So get me cut my video off just for a second, and we're going to do the last piece, which would be to do something right here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, what I had, guys, I got a Cartabella pack, and it's got the heavier pieces in it. And then I've got a couple of Graphic 45 packs that I've had for ages. I'm going to see if we can find something in these stickers in here that we can use on this front cover that will match up well enough for this journal. These are little taggies. What's in here? I've got a couple of cute ones, but they're not. Well, I love this Joy, but the colors aren't. Season's Greetings. Let me see if that Season's Greeting one is still in here. Sometimes I have a hard time finding how to open these packets. It's right there somehow. There it is. Let me look at these. All right, let me lay these other two aside so we can see what we're doing. Well, this is where you can go in and just grab all the stuff, and it doesn't all have to match perfectly. That is just a little too big. But I love the Joy. But it's a little too big. Nowhere else going the wrong way. Season's Greetings is a tag. Oh, I like this one. Well, I really like that one. But the problem with that one is it's covering up from a tree. But I got an idea, and I'm going to use that one, guys. I'm going to go with that one, and I'm going to change it just a tiny bit. Forgive me, Cartabella. I'm going to alter your tag for my purposes. But I'm glad that you were available to me in my kit here. All right. I'm going to trim it out just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to save those pieces because this, my friends, will make a nice pull tab. And then there's the back side of that pull tab. And now we're going to come into the flag and cut it out right there. Oh, yes. See, that worked perfectly well. And I'm going to glue the whole thing down. I thought about, just making it a tab, but I'm not. I'm going to glue the whole thing down. It's just for looks. But I like it. It covers up, gives me that final little touch that I wanted to do for my front page. That is so pretty to me. Sticking with the theme, it's green, red, and white. That's a pretty Christmas theme. Okay, now we're going to move on with this part of the video to work on the front cover. I hope this doesn't make the video too long. I am appending to it, so we're going to move right along here. Yesterday, what I had showed you was this. Okay, so we had gotten the inside, front and back done with a little hidden pocket inside the cover. All right, so let's start working with cover design. This is something I typically do. Most of my books have a little bit of a three-dimensional look to the front of the cover. It's not something you have to do. That's strictly a choice you make. I have I think this is an 1/8 inch, maybe an 8. It looks like, yeah. It's a real thick cardboard, and I cut this one to be, goodness, this is 4 inches wide and 7.5 inches long. Right, about 7.5 inches long. What this will do is I'm going to cover this with the bright red fabric. It's going to go on the front, and then from there we're going to decide on a design for the front. So let's go ahead and just take it step by step. I have not even planned what I'm going to put on the front yet. I haven't chosen anything. So again, you get to watch me just kind of fumble through and make decisions. I hope you don't mind that part of it, but that is part of this process. I'm trying to be as honest with these videos as I can and show you guys in reality what truly does happen. I can cut it on that side, but I don't think that gives me enough. So I'm going to push it down, and I'm going to hope I can stretch it enough to pull that wrinkle out. If not, once I get it on, I'll go to my press. When I say a press, I have a t-shirt press that I actually heat up and put these under and press them. I can press my fabric that way. You can use a regular iron, a steam iron, so that's fine. But remember what one thing is that I have found really important is do not glue this side. The side that's going to lay on the most part of what's going to show up. Make sure that you've got enough fabric that you can actually pull it a lot back here and pull and stretch. And you're gluing all on the wrong side, because even if the glue dried clear, when you go to press it, sometimes it turns dark underneath it. It just makes your cover look really bad, or that has been my experience. If somebody else has a different experience, they're welcome to write me and tell me, there might be other techniques. There are probably other designers that do things, that do it differently. I'm always open to learning, but that's been my technique, is not to glue anything on the front panels, because the glue just has a tendency to show up, especially after it's aged a little. You may not see it originally, but after it's aged a little, it shows up. All right, as you see, I've cut a pretty substantial amount. It's a little chilly in my shop this morning, so I'm hoping the glue is going to work well. I'm sticking it down there by that I had to turn on my little heater, which is something I don't do a lot. But it's cold out. Maybe it's cold outside. I probably should have that music playing in the background, because it is truly cold outside. Okay. On the corner here is not so imperative as it is on here, but we're going to go with it. I'm going to pull my corners up first and get them as straight and even as I possibly can. They may even overlap, but that's okay if they do. I can always cut the fabric, but I want a good sharp corner here. So I'm laying it down like this, pulling my corners out. I'm hoping I can stretch all that other stuff out. But see, even here you can see the fabric tack bleeding through right there. And it's going to be dark looking. And that's why you do not want to put the fabric tack on the front. Like I say, just my experience. If you guys have had different experiences and everything's been okay, then do it the way it's worked for you. I have to do it the way it works for me. And I'm telling you, everybody's ways are different to get to the same means. So that doesn't mean anybody's way is right or wrong, as long as you're all getting to the same means. You're getting the satisfaction of your covers being right and being like you want them. That's just the way I feel about it. And I'm sticking to it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna really put the glue on here. Really want to stick. Now I could use my PVA glue here also, but it is so wet, it takes forever to dry, okay? So that is not pulling that out. So I'm going to pull it up a little and see if I can stretch it some more. See what I get. Now I am, well, now I just done the one thing that I would not want y'all to do. Evidently, I got glue on my table where I flipped it over, and then I got glue here. But I'm going to try to erase it off. Like I say, a lot of times, if you can catch this glue before it dries, you can get it off the fabric. If not, I will rip this piece of fabric off and do it over because I do not want glue on my front side. And again, this is reality, guys. As you're seeing here, this is what happens. And because I don't know what my design is going to be, but I can push it up a little. Let's see what we do if we push it that way. Now, you know what? I'm sure that I'll have something that will cover that. It's low in the book, so I'm not going to worry about it this time. But if I wasn't here and trying to get a video to show you guys what to do, I would have ripped that off and done it over. I don't want to waste my fabric, though. I don't have a lot of red. And I got 3 books to do. Or 2. I got 2 more past this one. Okay, so we're just going to keep on working on our front panel. This is what I'm calling a panel. I keep stretching and pulling. Want to get my corners looking good. So far, so good. A sharp corner there, sharp corner there. That's what we're after. Press, press. Sure, I have any more. Gotta keep that glue up. I'll lay it way over here. I'm going to try this before it dries good too. I may get really blessed and get it off. But like I say, it's still low, and I may can just cover it with something, which I'm sure I can. Okay, we'll let that dry and see where we are. Let's wipe our table again and make sure we've got no glue underneath. Sometimes it is so hard to keep a clean working surface, or at least it is for me. Okay, we've got this last piece of the panel down. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, stretching. Get these corners in tight here and here. Pull as tight as we can. Okay, there we go. really, I could have cut off and probably should have cut off a lot of that extra fabric, but that's okay because it's going to be underneath. It's not going to matter. We're not there. Yeah, it looks like I am pulling that off, most of it. All right, so I've got to go to my press and press down this, and I'll be right back, guys. Hold on, I won't be long. Okay, while that's pressing, I got it in the press setting now, letting it warm up. It's really cold, so it's going to take a few minutes. But while that's setting, let me go ahead and say this. You could actually also you didn't have to use, you don't have to use fabric there. You could have also cut a piece of your board the same way and done the wrap that way on the heavier one to make a three-dimensional item. There's a lot of different things you could have used. Now you don't even have to do that. You could have made something else. You could keep it flat. Of course, I am going to use poinsettias and Christmas roses. I've got some Christmas roses over here. We're going to use some of those on the front cover. So I'm going to go ahead and start picking out a few of my flowers. I don't think I'm going to use pinks on here because the bigger flowers I got in bulk off Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and lay what I want out. Don't know how many I want. Don't know if I got all the right colors I need. I see how these colors aren't good. I want to go the darker ones. I want to stick with the reds. I don't like that color. And I may not even have enough red in here to do 3 books. So that's kind of sad. I don't. Only had 2 red flowers and all that. So that's not good. But anyway, that's something else I wanted to add while that was pressing out, is that you did not have to use cloth. You can use paper. You could use, even if you use a different type of cloth, you can use tablecloth, cheesecloth, anything to make a background. But my purpose of this one is I'm trying to get a 3-dimensional raised look on this cover, so that's why I'm using what I'm using. Looks a whole lot better. Even though I know we're going to cover up most of that, we got most of it off. Okay, now to decide what we're going to do. So this is where this panel is going to sit. It's a little bit damp right now because I had to sprinkle it with water, so I'm going to let it dry a few more minutes. I did go in my storage room and I found a beautiful poinsettia that I actually made myself using dies from Heartfelt Creations from a long time ago. So I've got that beautiful poinsettia that I think is going to go right there in that corner, like so. And I got some other little items like some hollyberry. And this is real plasticky feeling. I am not sure I like the texture of this. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. That's not making me happy. Because I am using paper, I really don't think I want to go with anything else. I want to lighten this up a little bit, so let's go with that. I'm going to start with this one here. That's going to be an idea we've got. I have got to find some leaves, if I can find any. Even if I have to use paper leaves, which is fine, to get some greenery up in there. My front, get some color on there. All right, so let's go maybe more to this side. Yeah, more. I think I like the flower better on the outside edge. I've got some snowflakes that'll give it a little more white color. Maybe one there. I'm just grabbing, guys, from places that I have stuff. Like that there. I wish I had a smaller, you know what, I do like the white Christmas rose. That'll be perfect. All right, I don't like this stem on the back. If I can put it this way so you can see it sticks out right there. I'm going to try to cut that off as flat as possible. Yeah, there we go. So I can actually work that up in there. I need a little white. It's got too much, which is too much of the red. Give me a little bit of whiteness here. Cut that off. So I've got a couple of white flowers now. I'm going to work them underneath, kind of in a corner myself. Let me move this one snowflake a minute. Okay, I'm just waiting out to kind of get an idea. I hope I have some more greenery up here. I do. It's a little different color. That one's the same dark green. That's my pines and all. I have my little tiny, I don't think I have, well, I have two of these. I might go the smaller poinsettia so that doesn't overwhelm. Oh yeah, and it's already got greenery on it. Yeah, I think I like the smaller one across there. Let's go with actual Christmas greenery, which is pines and all in this bag. We're going to try to lay there some holly. All right, let's pull this one off and go with some actual pine, which is this. Some pine there. Another piece of pine right there. And off that side, poinsettia back on there. Get my little teeny white ones there. They look nice. Okay, up. A snowflake coming off this corner here. One there, one there. All right, let me pick this up gently. It's getting in my way. Let's do that. You need to go that way. Stay that way. You need to go that way. Take that back down. Okay, I think that's what we're going to go in this corner. We're going to get that down, and then we'll decide what we're going to put right here. I'm sure, I don't think it'll be a photo, but I feel sure probably some saying of some sort. And I'm just going to put my snowflake off to the side and my greenery off to the side because we are going to continue to use it, I'm sure. Snowflakes, go right back over this side and we'll lose them. These two flowers will keep the other book, one of the other books. We'll pull these snowflakes out and keep them out. And I've got a little bit more greenery up in here and some lace and some more snowflakes. So we'll see about those in a little while. Okay, now, so what I'm going to do is going to get this here where I like, where I can put it. And I'm going to actually go ahead and start gluing it down. So I'm going to put this here, kind of give myself a reminder of how I laid it out. And start with the greenery. And I am going to use the fabric tack, and I hope that I can get a tiny amount on and not overwhelm myself here. I don't want it to be oozing all out of my die cuts. Because it is not pretty on top. And it's not pretty on top of this. You know what? I'm eerie to that. I'm not going to use it because it's dry like a white on top, and we're just not going to use it. I'm going to hope for the best by using berry. Okay? I'm sorry, guys, but that was a bad experience with that on that red fabric a while ago. And for the most part, it came off. I was blessed, but this is the final touches of this one, and I really don't want to have to do it over. Okay. So I had one coming up like this corner. Okay. These are really little prongs or so, prongs, whatever they're called, are really hard to get glue on. And again, even though this dries clear, I do not want it, to ooze out. So I'm just trying to just do really small little streaks. This is tough. I really probably should have done these on before I cut them out on a sticker type paper that I could just peel the back off and stuck it down. But I didn't, so we're going to have to go with this. All right, what do we want? We want this up here, or do I rather stick with the same greenery? I think I want to stick with the same greenery. This is similar, but not the same. I want to get the same look. And if you don't have something like this, you can go. Okay, let's keep talking. I don't want to get too silent. Keep talking so I won't lose you. You can go into your bag of goodies that you've already got cut out or that you've already got stashed. You can go in there and pick out a design like this. Three-dimensional by adding layer and layer. Since the color's got this, the mason jar with the candy in it would actually be a good design to put on the front. You could make a pocket on the front. You can actually go in and cut these poinsettias out, which is not impossible. Go out and cut that out and three-dimension them by gluing 2 or 3 layers of the 110 cardstock behind it, stain your edges, and you've got generally basically the same look. So get a rhinestone, gold rhinestone, which I have right here, put in the center. You know, there's a lot you can do. You do not have to have a die cut of a poinsettia like I'm fortunate enough to have. I'm just blessed to have it. I used to teach classes with Heartfelt Creation up until the pandemic, and because I taught a lot of classes at my shop, and when the pandemic came, or when the COVID-19 pandemic came, I was not able to teach classes in my home anymore. Didn't feel comfortable teaching in my home, so we kind of stopped for a little while. And this is the route I ended up going, teaching classes to you guys through audio and video. Audio, video, yeah. Which has worked out nicely for me and my family. And I really appreciate everybody that watches and everybody that's supporting our channel. It's growing slowly, but it's growing. We're getting known a little bit better. Okay, I'm trying to keep kind of an asymmetrical design. I'm going to come in with my snowflake on each corner, and then I'm going to side on something else there. But I'm going right here. This is another one that's so odd. This is going to actually hang off a little bit, so I'm going to have to kind of, you'll see. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down, then I'll show you what I've got to do to try to prevent it from tearing at some point, because your front cover takes quite a bit of abuse. Once you've sold it or give it away, this has a tendency to take some abuse. Okay, as you see, the snowflake is hanging off. This is made out of just basic my brochure paper, so it's not extremely thick. It's not extremely thin, but it's not extremely thick. But it's hanging off this red thing, so you got it underneath. I'm afraid it's going to tear. So I am actually going to press it down to the bottom layer like that and get these points that are sticking up glued down. Now that is strictly up to you, and if you've done your snowflakes, if you cut your snowflakes out on a heavier cardstock, you'll be in good shape. I did not. I kept mine really fragile looking. So that's all I'm doing is just those pieces that I'm afraid will snag on something. I'm pressing down. I'm going to let that dry. I may not even let it hang off the top, but I'm trying to decide at this point, do I want it to hang over? I kind of think I do, and I kind of think I don't. Just a look, just taking a look here. I would like to find another snowflake like that one, but I don't think I have one quite that. Wait a minute. No, these are all a different, totally different shape. I could put one on top. Now, I like it just as delicate as it is. Okay, we're going to go with it the same way. I'm going to just kind of let these tips touch the fabric below. Kind of bend them to work like I want them to work. Just gently touch them down. I'm going to hold them a minute and let them start grabbing. Okay, there we go. That grabbed. All right, now we've got to decide what we want. Oh, I didn't put this down, so that grabbing is not going to work yet. It's a good thing I didn't do it tight. Goodness. It's too early in the morning to be doing this. 6:30 a.m. and I should still be sleeping, but I'm not. Oh, and I go back to my videos. I did get my 2 videos up yesterday. Finally, I had to actually go somewhere else to load my videos. It was not YouTube's fault. It was my router's fault. My router that is coming over here to the shop seems to be malfunctioning, which tell me something new. I'm way out in the country and it just nothing wants to work like I want it to work. I guess maybe it's working like it's supposed to work, but it don't work like I want it to work. All right, got that on. Now another thing, guys, you could have used made a pocket out of this panel too. I'm not choosing to do so, but you could have made a pocket off that panel. Okay, we'll go back and push these down again. They're still wet, so that's good. All right, we got that down. That's what we've got so far on this front cover. I don't want it overly fancy, overly dressed, so I'm going with that for now. I'm probably going to come back with some this poinsettia. You may not can see it. I'll pull it up higher to my camera. There's little veiny things you can see. I may go back and get my I think it's called Winkastella. I'm going to go get it and try to lighten up that a little bit. So bear with me just a second. Not sure. I haven't used it in a while, so I'm not even sure if I remember how to use it. This is a brush-on kind, so I'm really wondering if I even know what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm not sure about this one. I thought it was more like a magic marker. This one's more like a... Okay, there's an instruction on the back. I know. Have to look at it. It says push the presser, and I did. This is the presser right here. But I don't feel anything coming out. I may have left the package up too long, so we'll put that one aside. Let's see if this one does any better. I don't remember where I got these from, but unfortunately this is the same way. And if I can't get it to press down, I may have to go to my regular glitter pencil, which is what it looks like. But anyway, we won't do it on cover, but you can come in. You can actually make your formula a little bit of white glittery snow. There's a lot of different things. We'll work on that. If I change it, I will come back and show you. I have got to decide what I want here. I'm going to pull one of these packs back here. Something to go across there. Not sure any of these will work, but we're going to look and see if I've got some kind of a greeting and I have the cardstock in one of these packets. But I want to use these up because I'm not buying any more until I use these up. So I'm going to look at these and see what I've got in them. There's a board. It's got some stuff in it. Oh, I like that Mary. I like the Mary. That's pretty. I like the season greetings, but I really like this Mary banner here. It's going right along with the cover design already. This is Cartabella. The name of this kit is the Farmhouse Christmas. I've had it a while. I don't even know if they still offer it. I'm trying to be careful because this one's got some really tiny peaks in there, and this particular one I want to cut loose. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, I like this Mary. I wish it had a Merry Christmas, but that says Merry. One says Be Merry. That's that love, peace, and joy. Have yourself. Oh, I like this one too. I like this one. I don't want the barn. I don't want the barn. The barn doesn't go with the inside of my book, but this one is delicate. It's kind of cute. Have yourself a merry. I like that one, guys. So for this one, that's what it's going to be. Oh, and I'm just looking to see if I got anything else small that I can add with it. I've got these puffy ones in here. I've got these. Let's take a look at these before we decide. We might find something here. This is the fun part, getting ready to go through stuff and find what you want. Oh, what have we got in here? I like the Noel. I kind of like the Noel. It's not three-dimensional, but I do like that Noel. So leave that one there. Leave that one right there. We're just experimenting. See what we like. I like that one. And I like just plain old Merry Christmas. It's just not quite big enough. If it was a little larger, I'd go with it. I like the Noel, guys. Let me think between these two, which one do I like? I'm taking a real good look. I like this one best. So we're going to go with that one for this go round. And I might put one little cute thing. I've got this cute little bell that I may hang. I don't know. Oh, I like this. This right here. I like this one. Since my whole thing is in poinsettias, I kind of like a poinsettia right there. Yep, I do. And that's got sticky on the back. I'm going to have to glue this one down. Let's set this aside so we don't lose any of it. Don't want to lose any of this pretty stuff. Put it back in the packet, which is right here. Oh, and I just realized there's a couple of large ones in here that I missed a while ago. I'm dropping stuff all over my floor. Sure don't want to lose these. There's another big one. What's this one say? Joy. I don't like the black and white. No, that's definitely not my cup of tea. Yeah, we're going to stick with what we're going to stick with. It's wasting too much time because we got 2 more books to do. So I'm going with this one, and that's what I'm sticking with. I'm sticking with this one. I need to sand off the edges with my little sander here. They have little places where it was clipped off that tag board. This is really heavy tag board. But yeah, you can just take a sander and just sand all those little edges off. And I got nice smooth edges. I'm in here with my ink and ink it up. And I really never make my covers extremely fancy, because I'm just afraid when you start opening it up, using it, you're gonna mess up your front. So I don't do a lot of fancy on my covers. I have seen other people that's covers were like totally elaborate. And they're beautiful. Don't get me wrong, they're beautiful. But the question is, are they practical? If you're actually really going to use a journal, is it practical when you've got it opened up like this and you're writing in it? Is that front practical? So that's how I design, based on a lot of things, and that's one of them I base it on. I do like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I do love that. We're going with it, and that's what we're going with. Now, I could have gone and cut another piece of red paper and made this into kind of a little frame, but for this purpose, we're not going to. I've inked around it, and I'm going with that, and that's what I'm sticking to, because I really kind of like this. I like the simplicity of it. And I'm not going to call this book finished, because I still, even though I'm going to lay this one aside and work on another one, I'm still going to say our series is finished. This is probably our series finished, other than the final flip through. I've gone making the cover with you guys from start to finish. which is something I had not done in the past. So now we've done that start to finish. I've showed you the basic elements of putting on the front, the pockets inside, and stitching the cover, and adding extensions on it if you didn't get the cover big enough, which it really was big enough. It would have been fine without the lace, but I like the lace sticking out. Again, you can come in and do something on your spine if you want to. If I do, mine will just be a basic strip with something in it, a real long, it'll look more like a belly band that's been attached. I will do nothing to the back. My back will stay the same. You can see the lovely fabric. So, guys, this is Nana Kay saying this is pretty much our done project for 'Tis the Season. We are getting ready to start on, wow, Tickled Pink, our Tickled Pink Christmas book made with the wire journal, spiral wire journal. We're getting ready to start decorating this one, guys. So if you haven't got your prep work done, it's time to go back and look at the Tickled Pink and get your prep work done, get your kits ready, and let's start on that one next. This is Nana Kay saying thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed 'Tis the Season series. We will do a podcast that hook all the videos to that. Again, I want to thank all of you for your beautiful comments through 'Tis the Season. I want to thank all of you for sticking with me through the sickness and having to tend to a little kid and all the little hold-ups we've had all through the last few weeks. I really appreciate all of your faithfulness and watching Nana Kay. I'm just going to say bye-bye, and we'll see you again, and we're going to start with Tickled Pink. I will come back and do a final flip through of all 3 books, and that's going to be it for 'Tis the Season. Bye-bye.